Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Hope everyone's doing well today. This is going to be um, a very powerful message today, and it needs to be expressed and spoken of a lot more in today's society. Like, I see certain people on social media that have talked about this, have brought this up. There's also an understanding that there's only, if I were to put an actual number on it, it would be very small. And the percentage of people who understand the difference between what we're dealing with today, as far as, would you rather have gold and silver, or would you rather have wisdom? And like, understanding what it takes to get to the place of just really knowing. And to speak on it and to jump right into this, we're going to jump right into this today. So I suggest you take notes, um, or just simply rewatch the video as many times as possible. I'll say that to you because I think this will be helpful. And this is going to be, we're going to jump right into this today. So understand, we all start from a place of not knowing, being ignorant to life's lessons, ignorant to just simply not knowing about money, simply not knowing about what to do with your life, what to do, what is my purpose. Like, you're ignorant to a lot of things. And this starts from the beginning, from day one, when you are a baby, infant. You're ignorant. You have no understanding of what a lie or what the truth is. So understand, being ignorant, it used to be a term of, it used to be an insult. It still isn't. I mean, in a lot of ways, it still is. I mean, it's hard to believe that it's an insult today, because if someone's ignorant of the fact, believe it or not, with the computers that you're walking around in your pocket, you can easily look up some information. Like, when I was coming up, you had to actually go to the library, get some books, read them, bring them back, get some more books. Like, understanding, the more you know, you remember those commercials, the more you know. The more I know, the less I know. And I'm ignorant to this. Once I learned this, like, every time I learn something new, I have 20 more questions about this one thing. Because it's obviously, it's new information, it's new knowledge that I'm acquiring. So ignorance is the place where we all start. Not knowing about money, not knowing about taxes, not knowing about what to do with yourself when it comes to personal growth and development. You are ignorant. We're all ignorant until we know. Ignorance is simply the absence of truth. And what kills me is when you bring some new information to someone who's in that space of ignorance. They look at you like you're lying. I mean, unless you're a trustworthy person. Like, if they believe what you're saying and you're speaking the truth, and they actually receive the information, and then they act upon it to learn more about the subject matter of what you're talking about, that is a person who is a student. And I tell people all the time: be a student. Always be a student. Be willing to learn. Too many times, even myself, I've been guilty of this. Too many times I go places and I'll hear someone speaking and they'll say something I already know. And what I've done in the past, especially, I would block it out. Block everything else they're saying. Even though they might be touching on some stuff that is connected to that information that I already have knowledge, a small knowledge base of, I'll block them out. A person who is in a space of ignorance, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. The majority of the time. Some, but all. Not all, but quite a few. And if you got a friend circle that's like that, I'm not gonna say like get rid of them, but distance yourself from them. Distance yourself from them. If your friend circle is not willing to grow, you need to distance yourself from them. Let's just be real about it. But when you're on that path of wisdom, because wisdom is the application of truth, you're applying it. You're doing the thing that you have worked at. You have got a knowledge base of. Knowledge is the other key. Knowledge is what? It's the accumulation of truth. It's the accumulation of truth. Knowledge is the accumulation of truth. It's not, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this thing. Like, I have a knowledge base of sales. I can sell. Like, I know about sales. I know the ins and outs of sales. I know what rebuttals are. I know, like, I can go down a well of how to sell because I have a well of knowledge. And here's the beautiful thing about it. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm never going to stop learning. You start from an ignorant place because you don't know. The truth is not there. You're going to continue to be lied to or manipulated, not in a good way, to stay ignorant. Because if a person knows better, it's less likely that you can manipulate them to thinking that $15 an hour is cool, $20 an hour is cool. There's no way in hell that I will think that $20 an hour is cool, knowing that there are people out here who literally make $50-60 million a year. Do you see what I'm getting at? Hopefully, if you know better, you do better. Hopefully. The other key to this is understanding. Do you comprehend the information, the knowledge that has been given to you? Do you really get it? Like, do you understand it? Like, if somebody were to ask you about finances, can you talk about finances in a way that will give them the information that they need to go on and research themselves and become a better person for it? Do you know about plumbing the way that you can explain it to a 10-year-old and that 10-year-old will go on and do great things when it comes to plumbing? Can you explain everything that, like, do you comprehend it? Are you getting it? Like, if I talk to, there's several family members I have, if I talk to them about money, they look at me like I'm crazy. I love them. They just don't get it. That's okay. You have to start from a place of ignorance. That's the absence of truth. You have to build up a well of knowledge. That is the accumulation of truth for whatever that subject matter is. And then you have to be able to comprehend it, understand it. That is what wisdom is made of. And I don't know when this study was done, but it was a study many years ago. When I say many, it's been a while, so it's probably even worse now. That if you were to distribute all the world's wealth to everyone equally, every person, every out of the 8 billion people on the planet, if you were to distribute the wealth equally, it would end back up within a short period of time. It would end back up in the same few's hands. What does that say about money? What does that say about people's knowledge base? What does that say about people not being wise in their application of the truth, knowing what to do with the money? It doesn't speak too highly of us. I'm speaking for the general public. It does not speak highly of us. So how is it that we can go our whole adult life and not know this? Like, there are children today who are making millions of dollars on videos just opening up toys. And yet you have 40, 50, and 60-year-olds upset with these kids who are multimillionaires. Why? You're a hater. It seems as if it's gotten harder to make money when in fact it's the total opposite. There are more millionaires being made every single day. I'll just say in the United States alone. Their knowledge base, their understanding, and the place they came from ignorance of actually getting these truths together. They are wise in what they're doing. They're making wise decisions. They're using the wisdom that has been given to them with gaining and acquiring knowledge, being able to comprehend and understand it, and they're winning. Are you winning? Personal development and growth is what we're really about here. And if you're not pushing yourself in spaces, like, I'm not a motivational speaker by any means, but I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to give you as much game as I can. It's up to you whether or not you're going to apply it. That's the same with my clients. We're going to get you going. But then when you're done with us, you can always come back for more. But when you're done with us, I want you to succeed. I want you to be successful. Whatever that means to you. And if gold and silver is your thing, cool. Guess what? I've been very lucky. I wouldn't even call it luck, because in my decision-making process on how I got some gold. I got some gold around the house. I got some silver. I'm more of a silver kid, but understand, silver is $35 an ounce. Like, if you can go buy silver coins that are $35. $35. It takes 35 $1 bills, which are essentially going to zero, which means it's worthless. And what's an ounce of gold? I think it's $2,200. I think it's $2,200. Don't quote me on that. It's around 2,100 something. I think it's somewhere in that range. And guess what? Gold and silver are going up because they make you think that the world is lacking it. No. It's in the hands of very few. So, having the wisdom to know better will keep you out of situations that are detrimental to not only you but your family. And if you're not becoming a better person for yourself and your family, you are selfish. And I mean that in the nasty way, not in the good way. I refuse to be in the doldrums ever again. You should make the same pledge to yourself. Having wisdom is spoken about in every holy book. Choose wisdom. Don't choose gold and silver. And I guess what else? Something that I was getting ready to get off here, but something else that comes with wisdom that can be beneficial for you and your community is leadership. If people know that you are wise, they will come to you for the truth. They will come to you for whatever field you're in. They will come to you for your knowledge base. They will come to you for whatever it's they're seeking. And guess what? Here's the beautiful thing about it. Gold and silver aren't seeking you out. Wisdom is. Wisdom is looking for you so that you can pull yourself up out of that doldrum and become simply a better person, a better human being. Be on the quote unquote righteous path of trying to do better, not only for yourself and your family, but for your community. Choose wisdom, my friends. Choose wisely. Gold and silver will come. Trust me. That's all we have to say, my friends. I know this message will help somebody. Watch it again if you need to. Love you all. Talk soon, my friends. This is Big Red signing off. Choose wisdom. Gold and silver, they'll come. Peace.